Hey, what's going on, good people? It's your folks, man. Uncleladd-O.D Grows 408. And we back with another video. Yes, indeed. I hope you guys enjoyed the couple shorts I posted up for you on the last day or two. We'll get into that more because I elaborated on something in one of my shorts, and I'm going to show you and discuss a little bit about it today. But before we do anything, I hope you guys are doing well and growing gracefully. You know, I'm always wishing you and yours nothing but the best. Consistently pray that you wish me and mine the same. We got to get the business out the way up front. So do me a solid. If you're under the age of 18, so that's 17 or younger, not almost 18, 17 or younger, I appreciate you swinging by or stopping by, but respectfully, I need you to click off the video, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. YouTube. This information, all videos, and everything shared on this channel is for those that's 18 years of age plus. It's adult information and for adult entertainment. Nothing on the channel is for sale or barter. Okay? So, as I always say, y'all go easy on your boy, man. The channel is new, it's young. And I'm following all the rules and guidelines that's stipulated in the California state laws when it comes to the cultivars. Any bylaws, low laws, high laws, or anywhere in between, we stand in accordance, okay? Thank you, respectfully. Now we got all the business out the way. Yes, indeed, I appreciate y'all, man. Please continue to heart up the shorts, thumbs up the videos, and share if you can. And if nothing else, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm going to try to continuously, I'm going to try to be consistent with giving you some of this good content. And people say, you know, I'm showing this picture all the time when I show my videos, but if you'll notice, it's the same thing that's on my avatar for my channel. That's the property. So that's what you see from the start. All right, let's get into the video and get into the business because I'm going to try to keep the last couple that went over 10 minutes. I'm going to try to keep this one short. So I'm probably going to let me speed up my cadence. I'm trying to slow down at the beginning so you can clearly understand what I'm saying. But now we're getting into the video. I'm going to speed up the cadence. All right, so we got some things going on around the ranch. One is I'm in the process of remodeling my hideout. People call theirs a man cave. I call mine the hideout, even though I really can't hide because I do have locks on the doors, but my Lala has keys. So ain't like I can hide from her, but I can hide from everybody else. So I'm in the process of remodeling the hideout, and the lab is within the hideout. So since I'm gonna do a remodel, I figure I'm gonna do a little reconstruction of the lab. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I have to break down everything in the lab. And due to that process and getting that done, because it's probably gonna take me a couple weekends, because I got to move a lot of stuff out, rearrange banners and flags and posters and stuff like that. So I got to rearrange those on the wall and then move stuff back in as I rebuild the hideout and then reconstruct the lab. So all that being said, let me show you what's going on because of that process. As you can see, we got a couple BBs right here. These are a couple cuts that I'm growing right now. These is going to be for a process or something I'm going to try for the first time this winter. I'm going to build me a breed box. So I'm going to try to create some strains. So I got these two. These are two female cuts. That one you see to your left, that is a permanent marker. To the back left, this one to the front is the apples and bananas. So I'll be up potting these as they get bigger. And once again, once the lab is recreated, they'll go in the tent. I'm gonna drop some regulars, beans, find me a good male, and then I'll flip everything to flower. But these should be pretty big, and then so the male can impregnate these, and hopefully we can produce some good seeds. So that's what's going on with that. They're just out here getting some sun, some fresh air. But excuse me, I displayed something, or my good people's levels. I don't know if y'all follow his channel, but if you're into the community, I'm pretty sure you're aware of his name. If not, y'all make sure y'all go and follow Levels, and it's a Z at the end, right? So it's LEVELZ, Levels. Go and check his channel out, man. He's a solid dude. I went up on his live earlier today and did an exclusive on some new girls. They don't have names yet. Some new girls. Well, maybe new to you because you probably haven't seen them on my channel before. You may have in the beginning, but I don't think so. But they got their video debut on Levels Live. So I appreciate you, Levels, if you get the chance to watch this video. And if y'all go over to Levels channel and you're new, man, make sure you let him know Uncleladd-O.D sent you, man. He's good people, man. So, and I like to believe that he feels I'm good people. So I only want to send good people his way. So once again, if you go over to Levels, LEVELZ channel, let him know that Uncleladd sent you, man. For sure. All right, without further ado, let me swing this around and step over here and introduce you to the new girls. Well, they're not new, obviously. They're all four of them are over 3 feet tall. So actually, these two on the right are damn near 4 feet tall. And they're all in 5-gallon fabric pots. As I say, don't have names for them yet. These were my mother's. These were in my 3x3. And I was going to clone them out and do what we do in the community. But the two on the right was almost at the top of the tent where the light is. And once again, because I have to deconstruct the lab and rebuild that, I said, you know what? Everything going outside. So these 4 is going to be going outside with Linda. So we're strictly going to be doing outdoors for this summer. And once the lab's reconstructed and the winter rolls around, we'll talk about that later, but we'll see what we're going to do in that process, as well as when I build my breeder's box. So I'll go a little closer and maybe give you a cameo of each one real quick. So let's start with this one. This is the apples and bananas. As you can see, she's kind of tightly compacted, which they all are. These two on the right end, I'm going to show you a little bit more. But once they get into their new fabric pots and all that, I'll be able to tie them off and stretch them out. Oh, I also want to say that yesterday was their first day outside. So they were outside over 10 plus hours. Today they'll be outside over 10 plus hours because I'm trying to do a fast harden. Because I like to get these in their fabric pots before or within the first week of June. I don't want to say before June because we almost at the end of May. So within the first week of June. And I'm at 9 minutes. So it looks like we're going to go over 10 minutes again, folks. I apologize. Next one up. This one is a government. They're all looking really healthy. There are a couple of these do show some little signs of something was going on. What I think was going on, it was the lack of food. Because I put these in these pots on the 11th of April, and I don't believe that I have fed them. They've gotten recharged in fish shit and some silica, but they didn't get any food. So I think I'm showing signs of a lack of food. But I'll be feeding them up the next day or two. Actually, I'll give them a feed when this video is over with and give them a little bit of a water. But remember, they're only going to be in these pots for about a week. So I don't know if they're going to be able to eat too much of that. They'll get a nice bite, a little bit in their stomachs, but not enough to really get them going. Once they go into their forever homes, then we'll make sure we feed them, and they should be fine. Next up is the glitter bomb. This is the glitter bomb, and as you can see, this one is definitely more tight within the branches and stuff. You see how they all pretty much standing straight up close to the stem. But we'll be spreading once again. You see how tall it is. Look how tall that thing is. This thing's probably at least 4 feet tall from the soil in the fabric pot. But we'll be spreading it once we, as I say, get them in their forever home. That's the glitter bomb. And last but not least, this is the permanent marker. And as you can see, she's about the same. She's probably 4 feet tall in this 5-gallon fabric pot from the soil. These trunks are super thick. I don't know if you'll be able to, considering I just put them in on April the 11th. Look how thick it is. But I can tell you, look at the roots that's coming out of this thing. These things were definitely rooted. See the roots that's coming out? Them roots in there going crazy. This one not so much, but there's roots coming out. You can see them. So they're definitely, as I say, they all need to be up potted, which I will. I'm still kind of debating. I'm thinking about doing the apples and bananas in the governments in a 25 gal and the glitter bomb in a permanent marker in a 50 gal. But, because that's what I have available right now. I have some new ones. Don't make no sense. I got 10 gals. Still don't make no sense to go from a 5 to a 10 at the size that they are. So I think that's the plan. I mean, if not, I have 5 50 gal fabric pots, brand new in the packaging. I have 5 of those and 3 25 gals. So if I needed to, I could put all 4 in the 50 gal. My soil that I've been re-amending the last 4 seasons, it's definitely not enough to fill 4 50 gals at all. So I would probably have to go out and get maybe a half a dozen bags of soil if I was to do 4 50 gals. I think if I do the 2 25 gal, well, let's put it this way. I'm going to have to get at least 3 bags of new soil anyway to mix. Because I think I can for sure, if I go on my current soil, I for sure can do a 50-50 of my 4-year-old soil and maybe go 2 bags or 2 to 3 bags of new soil and cover the 2 25s without a problem. Because that soil last season held 3 50 gals. So, yeah, it's not going to be enough. So, once again, I can do at least 2 25 gals with a 50-50 of my old soil and some new soil. And then I'll probably just have to, if I was to go to 2 50 gals, I'd have to just get some bag soil and to fill those. But what I think my plan is going to be is I'm going to probably get a half a dozen bags, 3 cubic units, bags. And I'm going to go 25% for each fabric pot. The 2 25s, the 2 50s, 25% of my 4-year-old soil, and then the rest would be new soil because I don't have enough. You know, I keep it a being with y'all, man. I don't have enough to pot all these up. If I was doing one more, for sure, I wouldn't even need new soil. But to do all 4, yeah, it's not enough. So we're gonna have to make a trip for show. It's just the amount how am I gonna get. You know, I think 6 would hold me, or at least 6 would get me to a start. I do have a bin out here. There's a bin out there that has soil that's been in it for 2 years. But I'm trying to use that. I want to use that for more of my compost bin. Or Lala, she wants to do a garden, a raised bed garden, and maybe pull out the tractor and till up some of that back there and do some herbs, you know, greens, watermelons, corn, stuff like that, carrots, onions. So I was thinking about incorporating some of the soil. It's a big bin out there. You can't see it. The weeds are kind of grown over it, but it's full of soil and nutrients and all kinds of stuff in there. But I was going to use that for the garden for Lala, if that was the direction. Once I get that started for her, hopefully sometime this summer. But yeah, long story short, I'm just rambling. Probably giving you too more information than you really want to hear or know. But yeah, long story short is I'm gonna have to go out and get some bag soil, man. And I'm thinking 6, maybe no more than 8, and we'll be able to get these all potted up into new fabric pots, and hopefully next weekend or within that first week of June. So y'all stay tuned, man, and say watch the process. Go check the short. I just did one on Linda yesterday. She's out in her forever home. She is growing super gracefully, coming along nicely, and so will these when I get them in their forever home. Because like the youngsters say, we outside, so everything's outside this season. All right, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man, and watching another episode. You know I appreciate you, right? And I always want y'all to be safe in those streets. It's your folks. Uncleladd-O.D grows 408. Stick with the program. Follow the channel, man, so you can see the process. All right, I'm out. Peace.